Still at Gila Ridge High School. And it's my planning period, noon hour, so there's no kids in here. I want to talk a little bit about space. Sputnick came along, the Russians sent a man up before we did. The politicians were in agony. The Russians are ahead of us. Our schools aren't doing right. And they put in a special school program to get better science teachers. My older brother ended up at Harvard on one of those special programs. And that Okie ended up being a Yankee. After he got out at Harvard, he took a job in Connecticut and eventually retired as a teacher in Connecticut. But when Sputnick was up there, I remember going out in the backyard, or front yard I guess it was, watching carefully because the paper reported the probable times that the Sputnick would be visible from Enid, Oklahoma. So we're looking up there. Sure enough, there it comes. Didn't take very long. There it went. That Sputnick thing was quite a surprise. And of course, we got into the space race, where it wasn't very long until I'm out at Denver, Colorado, Lakewood, Jefferson County Schools, at South Alameda Elementary School. Incidentally, that's now named Deane, like my first name, Elementary. Not for me, but for a lady that came in there after I was, and her last name was Mrs. Dean. And she put in a lot of years there, and they renamed the school after her. So, but it's kind of funny that there's Dean Elementary School out there, and I was principal of it for a year. That was where I was. We all got around the radio. We didn't have a television in there. And John Glenn orbited the Earth. Big deal. He was a young fellow, and that was pretty exciting for everybody. And boy, we're catching up. We're getting with this space program. Not too long after that, we send somebody up to the moon. And do you know there are people, I guess all those old-timers are probably gone now, but there were people that believed we never were on the moon. That the government pulled some shenanigans and took films and faked that thing to make us all proud of how we were doing in a space race that we probably weren't doing very well in. What a bunch of baloney. We were there. And we were there again. So I'm part of the space age, even though all I have done is be a spectator. And boy, what a sad spectator I was on the day that Christy McAuliffe, a teacher, we school people identified with her as almost like your own staff member was going up there, or your own sister. And boy, we had a television then in the school, and we're all watching. Oh. And when that thing blew, we knew Christy and all aboard were going to be dead. Sad. At Evergreen Junior High, we had a boy, Jeff Ashby. We had a shop teacher, my close friend, hunting buddy, Gene and Marcia Younger, great people. They got invited down to a couple of launches when Jeff was an astronaut. What I remember about Jeff was that he was a small-boned, athletic little guy. Smart kid. Boy, you know us little guys, we have our day in that space program. They don't want any of those 300, 350-pound behemoths that get paid big money as linemen in professional football, or those 7-foot guys that get big money to play basketball. They want some pretty ordinary-sized little guys because you fit better into those space modules. So without having anything to do with it, I'm part of the space age. So are you.